Imagine living a life where every choice you make leads to deeper, lasting happiness. What if the secret to this happiness lies in an ancient teaching from the Buddha? Today, we'll uncover a powerful lesson that can transform your life and help you achieve true, enduring happiness. In our quest for happiness, we often chase after temporary pleasures, whether it's binge-watching TV, scrolling through social media, or indulging in quick fixes. But does this bring lasting joy? The Buddha offered a profound insight. If by renouncing a lesser happiness, one may realize a greater happiness, let the wise man renounce the lesser. In this video, we'll explore how letting go of small, fleeting pleasures can lead to greater fulfillment and peace. Join me as we dive into this timeless wisdom and discover how to apply it to our modern lives for true happiness. Explanation. Let's begin by breaking down what this verse from the Buddha really means. The Buddha is guiding us to understand that in order to attain a higher, more meaningful form of happiness, we might need to let go of smaller, more immediate pleasures. It's not about denying ourselves joy, but about choosing the kind of joy that enriches our lives in the long term. Think about how we often chase after quick fixes for happiness. It could be indulging in our favorite TV shows for hours, getting lost in social media, or satisfying a craving with a sweet treat. These activities offer us immediate gratification, a quick burst of pleasure. But as soon as the show ends, the scrolling stops, or the snack is finished, what are we left with? Often we find ourselves looking for the next distraction, the next quick fix, because the happiness we sought was temporary. Now imagine you're a student aiming for academic excellence. The temptation to spend hours watching videos or playing games can be strong, especially when you're feeling stressed or tired. These activities, while enjoyable in the moment, can take away valuable time from your studies. The Buddha's teaching encourages us to see the bigger picture. By letting go of these lesser pleasures, you can devote more time and energy to your studies, which will bring you a greater and more meaningful sense of achievement and happiness in the long run. This teaching isn't about making our lives dull or joyless. Instead, it's about making wise choices that lead to a deeper, more satisfying happiness. It's about understanding that sometimes we need to make short-term sacrifices to achieve long-term gains. Real-life application. Let's take this principle and apply it to everyday life. This teaching isn't just about avoiding distractions. It's about making conscious, thoughtful choices that align with our bigger dreams and aspirations. For instance, consider someone who is working hard to build a successful career. They might have to give up certain luxuries or leisure activities to invest time and effort into their professional growth. This could mean working late nights, skipping social events, or sacrificing weekends to focus on their goals. At first glance, this might seem like a tough or even unfair choice. But when we look closer, we see that these sacrifices are paving the way for greater rewards, career advancement, personal satisfaction, and perhaps most importantly, a sense of purpose and accomplishment that goes beyond temporary pleasure. In another example, think about someone who is committed to improving their health. They might need to give up unhealthy eating habits or find the motivation to exercise regularly. It's easy to reach for fast food or skip a workout, especially when life gets busy or stressful. But these small, daily choices can make a big difference in the long run. By choosing healthier options and making time for exercise, they're not just giving up momentary comfort. They're investing in a healthier, more vibrant future. This principle can be applied to many areas of our lives, whether it's in our relationships, our personal growth, or our financial goals. The key is to recognize that true happiness often requires us to make conscious, sometimes difficult choices that align with our long-term well-being and fulfillment. Story of the Buddha's life. To better understand this teaching, let's look at the Buddha's own life. His journey offers a profound example of the wisdom in letting go of lesser pleasures to achieve something greater. The Buddha, born as Prince Siddhartha, lived a life of luxury and comfort. He had everything one could wish for: wealth, power, and a life of ease. But despite all these material comforts, he felt an inner dissatisfaction. He realized that true, lasting happiness could not be found in these temporary pleasures. Deep down, he knew that there had to be something more, something greater that could bring real peace and fulfillment. So the Buddha made a radical decision. He chose to leave behind his royal life his family, and all his worldly possessions. This was not an easy choice. It required immense courage and determination. But the Buddha understood that to find true happiness, he needed to let go of the lesser joys that kept him tied to a life of illusion. He embarked on a spiritual quest, seeking enlightenment. This journey was filled with challenges and sacrifices. The Buddha practiced intense meditation, disciplined his mind, and endured hardships. But through his unwavering commitment to his goal, he eventually attained nirvana, a state of ultimate peace, liberation, and profound happiness that goes beyond anything material. After achieving enlightenment, the Buddha didn't keep his insights to himself. He returned to the world to share his wisdom with others, helping them find their own path to inner peace and happiness. His story teaches us that true happiness often involves making significant sacrifices, but those sacrifices can lead to a greater, more enduring joy that benefits not only ourselves, but also those around us. Practical application. So how can we take the Buddha's teaching and apply it to our own lives? It starts with a bit of self-reflection. We need to look at our lives and identify the smaller pleasures or distractions that might be holding us back from achieving our greater goals. Are there habits or activities that, while enjoyable, are preventing you from reaching your long-term aspirations? Maybe it's spending too much time on social media, indulging in unhealthy foods, or procrastinating on important tasks. These habits might bring you momentary joy, but they could also be standing in the way of something much greater.
Here are a few practical tips to help you apply this teaching in your life.
1. Identify distractions. Take some time to make a list of activities that consume your time but don't contribute to your larger goals. This could be excessive screen time, procrastination, or unhealthy habits. Recognizing these distractions is the first step toward making a change. 2. Set priorities. Decide what truly matters to you. Is it personal growth, career advancement, or improving your well-being? Whatever your goals are, focus on activities that align with these priorities. When you know what you're working toward, it becomes easier to make choices that support your journey. 3. Make sacrifices. Be willing to let go of minor pleasures or distractions. This might be challenging at first, but remember that these sacrifices are investments in your future happiness. Each time you choose to let go of a lesser pleasure, you're making room for something greater to enter your life. 4. Stay committed. Keep reminding yourself of your long-term goals and the benefits of your sacrifices. Celebrate small victories along the way to stay motivated. When you see progress, even in small steps, it reinforces your commitment and encourages you to keep going. 5. Reflect and adjust. As you continue on your journey, take time to reflect on your progress. Are the sacrifices you're making bringing you closer to your goals? If not, it's okay to adjust your approach. The key is to stay focused on what truly matters and be willing to make the necessary changes to achieve your greater happiness. Encouragement and reflection. Now let's take a moment to reflect on your own life. What are the small, immediate pleasures that might be standing in the way of your greater happiness? Are there activities or habits that, while enjoyable, are keeping you from achieving your long-term goals? Think about how letting go of these distractions can help you focus on what truly matters. It's not always easy to make these changes. But remember, the Buddha's teaching is a reminder that real happiness often requires us to be brave and make sacrifices. By focusing on what's truly important, you can create a more rewarding and satisfying life. Consider taking a few minutes today to think about your goals and the steps you can take to achieve them. Write them down if that helps. Visualize the happiness that comes from reaching those goals, and let that vision inspire you to make the necessary sacrifices. Conclusion. In conclusion, the Buddha's teaching encourages us to embrace the idea that true happiness often requires letting go of smaller, immediate pleasures to achieve something greater. By focusing on what truly matters and making conscious sacrifices, we can find deeper and more lasting fulfillment in our lives. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content on spirituality and personal growth. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you plan to apply this teaching in your own life? We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take care, stay focused on your goals, and remember that true happiness is often a result of wise choices and meaningful sacrifices.